You're listening to Studio 57 Radio, your home for underground hip-hop, rap, and R&B. Studio 57 Radio.
Rebels. We're back. We're trying this thing again. We went black for a minute there, our break. We just break up to 2 hours usually, a little minute there, and we just went black for a minute. We rebooted the system, get everything fired up, and see if maybe we can't get this thing going without the hiccups. Like I said, the internet is the internet, and I apologize if it's jammed up, but if you're listening and you're hanging with us, we appreciate having you. We're going to keep talking sports. We got our pick'ems coming up. We're going to break down more NFL stuff. And I don't know, just some general debauchery per usual. So let's get into this thing. So without further ado, it is time for hour two. So let's do the do that we do at DSR2. I am Scrappy, and here is Johnny the Booze.
Hey, we're back here for the second to half of DSR2. Hopefully the internet and the service is not fuckering on there. Otherwise, we have to. God. Otherwise, we're going to go to Comcast, and I'm going Goodfellas on them. I'm going to be Jimmy the Gent, baby. Their ice picks the back of people's head, throwing people in damn freezers. Guys will be in dumpsters. That's right.
No, I'm telling you.
Everybody's going to get what's coming to them with Comcast. So, again, in case you missed it, we talked about the NFL, what the Lions did, what all the other teams done so far hiring-wise. Who is still out there, what's going to happen. Hopefully the Lions will do it right and basically trade Stafford and just basically tear this thing right down to the rafters and go for a full rebuild on there. But they are the Lions, so I don't believe it.
Right.
So Kyrie Irving is back tonight for the Brooklyn Nets.
Ooh, I wonder why that is. Could it be because they're winning without his ass?
Well,
Could it be because Harden came in seamlessly and just started whooping that ass? He lost 400 pounds in 36 seconds.
Yeah, well, guess what? They're losing to the Cavaliers.
Well, then there's that. Then there's that.
They're losing.
Kyrie, you've got more family problems you should attend to.
Yeah.
I mean, you should go
deal with that. That was the funniest thing on there, because you looked at Harden last Wednesday or just before the trade happened, and it looked like, dude, James Harden looked like he ate James Harden.
I know.
And then Friday, he's out there what the hell? And I'm like, wow, what happened? Do you have a pillow? I'm like, dude's wearing a girdle. There's on that, or he had the My Pillow guy pillow under his warm up there.
My Pillow guy. No, he was trying to get Trump to do martial law or some shit.
Oh yeah.
So he
no,
was
Harden
busy.
had one of the My Pillows underneath his warm up. But yeah, needless to say is it's not going. He's not having the My Pillow guy is not having a good week.
The My Pillow guy is going to be like, I don't know.
ShamWow?
I think he does. I think he goes by the exactly. My goodness.
So we got on there. So we got and the Pistons are actually up on this one there.
Wow.
They're up by 14, but it is Atlanta, so it really doesn't matter.
Well, a win's a win.
The win's a win.
Right now, I mean, you got a horrible team. They're young, entertaining.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just enjoy the wins when you can get them. It's going to be a minute. Until you get rid of Blake and get out from underneath that horrible contract.
That's what you got to do. Is
It's going to be a minute.
Blake, and then hopefully you'll get something for Derrick Rose, and we'll see what happens there. And then going on there, wow, Ellington's he's got 16 points tonight. He is 4 from 7 from 3-point land. Gee, oh yeah, we did have him. We let him go, then we got him back.
Oh.
So yeah, there is that. Also, again, as we said earlier, the NBA has got lots of games on there. I think there are 15 games or 14 games got postponed in the last week.
They're having major problems.
Major outbreaks going on there. NHL's getting some outbreaks as well there. And again, gee, that's what happens again. You pulled it off last year. Why? Because you played in the bubble.
Well, right, but you can't have an 80-game season or a 50-game season in the bubble.
Way.
Yeah. So to me, that's kind of the problem here, and we talked about it before. The bubble's great for that scenario, but then after that, what are you going to do that's functional? And they have yet to figure that out.
Right.
I mean, the only thing that you can do that's functional is get some goddamn vaccines, but, we'll see what happens over the course of the next 100 days, because that will be key. But I think that, it would be beneficial for, okay, there's a lot of different layers to this onion, but let's peel this bitch back. So we have a huge portion of the population that's just doesn't trust, let's do it this way, doesn't trust, vaccinations and the federal government.
Well, maybe because they've been screwed over for
maybe
generations.
I can once again. You could get into the Google machine and just do Tuskegee for me, and you tell me what happens.
Tuskegee and VD.
Yes. So I get it. It's justified. I understand. I think that, and I think that the NBA in particular is saying, hey, we don't want to cut the line. We don't want to get these vaccines ahead of the people that need it. It's noble. It's what you should do. It's what you should say. It is the right thing. And I think we can all agree upon that. And I think that was never in jeopardy. We were never going to say, okay, Dr. So-and-so, you got to wait so, Kyrie Irving can, get vaccinated to play basketball. I don't think that was ever a threat or a thought. So I'm not worried about that. What I'm worried about is the rollout of the vaccine as we get it. There are many logistic problems that we're going to have to deal with, and that's going to be a nightmare on its own. But there's another hidden nightmare, and that's the people that won't take it.
Right.
And I just believe that if you've gotten to the point where your frontline workers have gotten it, and now you're in the phase of rolling it out to the population, and you have a portion of the population that does not want it, why are you not now trickling that to the players and these athletes and, I don't know, musicians and actors and actresses and all these people that people look up to, and they say, hey, look, I got the shot. I don't have a microchip in my butthole. I don't have, I didn't become autistic overnight. I didn't, whatever insert dumbass thing you think this vaccine will do to you here. I'm fine. I took it, and it'll work. And then the nutbags who don't think, the anti-vaxxing idiots, they'll take it. If you see, all these NBA players and you're a person of color that was concerned about taking that shot, but you've seen hundreds of NBA players get their shots and everything's good to go, then maybe you're more apt to trust and do that. So I think it's a twofold thing here. Not only do you get more people vaccinated in the fact that these guys are still out in society, why can't they just be as eligible as anybody else to be vaccinated once you've gotten to the general population? And then if you can get, if making a PSA or putting it out there that they got their shots and people seeing that gets other people to get their vaccinations, then why is that not priority too?
Right.
Because that's combating one of the multiple problems we have with this thing. The main one, obviously, just being the physical rollout and dealing with storage and transport of these shots, which is going to be different here soon anyway, because Johnson & Johnson's going to drop a single shot vaccine that's 90% effective and doesn't need to be, it could just be stored normally.
Right.
And so that's going to be the game changer. But you still need to get this thing rolled out and get people involved in early. And I think if you ask, people of stature, so to speak, to utilize that to get the word out that this thing's working and it's fine, then go for it. I'll do it. I got my appointment tomorrow. I'm going to get vaccinated tomorrow. I'm considered frontline, so
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
going.
you're
I'm going to get my shot tomorrow.
The day job. I mean, you're
Yeah.
out there in the.
Yeah, I'm in every hospital in southeastern Michigan. It's
Right.
ridiculous. So yeah, so I got my, and I have to get the 2-parter, but I'm going in. So I'm practicing what I'm preaching. I mean, I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I think that shit's stupid. Vaccines are one of the few things that science has proven to be effective. And though I'm not a big proponent of the flu shot. It's because I don't really get the flu that often, and it's not really worth the hassle for me when there's so many other people that can use it and need it more than I do. So I very rarely, if ever, get the flu shot. But if we're going to be in a COVID situation and I'm worried about spreading COVID to other people, then if I'm talking about protecting other people, then I need to get the shot. If we're talking about protecting players and they need to get the shot, then I myself need to go get the fucking shot when it's available. So I will, and there we go. And we're getting the thumbs up on the stream that we're better
Awesome.
and we're good. So
Good job.
Thank you very much. Canada Mike was chiming in, and he wanted to let us know that Springsteen was also a thumbs up. Apparently, the inauguration is splitting viewers today. But
Well, yeah,
that's
I mean,
okay.
yeah, they're watching the
But that's
specials
okay.
there where they're doing the concerts at the Lincoln
I
Memorial.
know. I know.
and
My
that, so-
lady was waiting for John Bon Jovi to do his thing, so I'm not mad at you.
No, we don't. Again, it's a day for celebration.
Yeah, I think
It's a day where adults return to the room.
Well, to me, it's about democracy, right? And this is a huge day other than the actual day that you go to vote. This is the next biggest day in our democracy here in this country. So whatever side you're on, whichever way it went, whether it went your way or not, it is irrelevant. This is still that day. And in the fact that there's so many firsts and historic firsts involved in it, it is what it is. And so,
Oh,
so people.
Speaking of the COVID, here's a story that just literally just broke a
Oh
minute
boy,
ago.
Rona. All right, go ahead.
Capitals are fined $100,000 for COVID protocol violations. Knetzenov and Ovechkin are both out with COVID protocol. So they lose Ovechkin, Knetzenov, Orlov, and Ilya Samsonov are all out.
What
for
team?
The Washington
Oh,
Capitals.
the Capitals. Oh my goodness. I mean, can we? I don't even know what to say. We do this all the time, every week, for 10 months.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't follow the protocol, I don't know.
Here we go. I mean, it's there it is with the hockey on there. And again, we'll get into a little bit. We got as you
gonna
said,
be a lot of
Kyrie's
that.
on there. And again, the problem with the basketball and on there with the COVID. Again, that's what they're doing now. They're saying is they will do as we said, the shots with the PSA and that. And again, maybe that'll bring some faith within in the community there that says, okay, yeah, all right, I'll take it because it looks safe and everything with it on there. And then go. Hopefully, the NHL needs to do something similar as well with it. And going on the ice issues with the NHL, the Wings are 2-2. Won a game last night in overtime ice. And again, are they great and everything? No, but they're going to still be terrible. But at least they'll be exciting to watch a little bit.
Well, it's kind of like the Pistons scenario where
yeah. I think they're going to be I think they're going to be better than last year. They got to be better than last year because they were absolutely garbage.
Well, yeah, they were last weren't they?
On there, so we'll see what happens. Obviously, guys, this right now the early season returns on the signing of Bobby Ryan. Big plus,
Yeah.
4 goals.
Sure, we'll take it. Well, like I said, it's one of those things where you're gonna kind of get worse before it gets better, but you're on the right track. You have faith that the right people are in place, and so now you're gonna kind of sit back and hopefully enjoy the process for what it is. And you'll be able to catch some talent come up. You'll be able to see some cats grow, and you should be able to get a little excitement here and there until you start collecting victories. And as a fan base, if you're around for all that, it's all that much sweeter when you finally get back to the mountaintop. So we'll see how it goes for the Red Wings, but the Pistons they seem to be in that same kind of boat.
Yeah.
So where they got young, exciting players, but There's still some things, albatross things that are
We'll
just
see
kind of
what
out there in
happens
your
there.
way.
On it, yeah, I mean, we got to get rid of that contract with Blake Griffin. The good news is all the contracts they did give up, they're only like 2-year deals. And the same thing with the Wings. We're only giving
Yeah.
2-year deals.
Yeah. Well,
we
after-
are not going to basically as
Well,
we
after what's his name, that contract for fucking, God damn it, what the fuck was his
Franza.
name? Thank you, Franzen. Yeah, after the Franzen contract, you can't do that again.
You can't lock yourself into a 10-year contract and the guy gets nailed with concussion issues. And again, I'm not blaming him because
No.
again, it sounds like he is absolutely going through hell.
Right. No, I would
because
never
you can't
blame
on there,
yeah.
and you can't blame the player on it because again, the issues with the concussion issue with that he had. But no, I don't blame that at all with it on there.
But no, I mean, as far as smart protecting yourself business-wise and from a franchise standpoint, that's what we're talking about, not health-wise. Obviously, we don't want, you're not going to blame a guy for that. But yeah, I mean, I don't even know what to say to all that.
Yeah. And again, we say COVID. Michigan State postponed another game against Illinois. I think this is their 4th straight game.
It's going to be, this is where it's going to start getting hairy. That's why our whole scenario of bumping March Madness needs to be.
They should have shut it down for a month and just
this
wait.
this is madness to me. This is madness. I mean, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're thinking. And you are literally having outbreaks in every single walk of life every single walk of life. Every single sports league is having issues. Every single state, every single part of this country, it's just exploding still right now. And until this vaccination rollout gets figured out, you're still, even if they get it going and get it optimal, you're still looking at a year before it's effective. So, and I know y'all don't want to hear that, but that's the reality of the situation, and the fact that they're trying to force this now, it's crazy. And it felt like as soon as they said the vaccine was available, that everybody said, okay, well, fuck it, we'll just do whatever we want now.
Right.
And it's like, no, what the fuck are you doing? Just because the vaccine is made and it got green lighted and they're manufacturing it, dude, you still have to figure out the rollout. You still have to get people into it. And then since it's a 2-parter, it's 30 days, it's 28 days in between the fucking shots. Until you've gotten everybody to their second shot, you haven't done anything yet.
Nope.
And so what the fuck are you talking about that all of a sudden we're just going to start, oh, well, the vaccine's available now. No, it's not. It's not readily available. It's only available for frontline workers right now. And it's a 2-parter. Until you get to that second shot, you haven't done a goddamn thing. And then until you get the general population, you haven't done a goddamn thing. Until general population gets to the second shot, you haven't done a goddamn thing. No. So stop acting like you fucking did something and that this shit is over. And that's what it felt like happened.
Yeah.
And not just in real world, not just in daily life, but in sports. I want to keep it to the sports context, but that's what it feels like. Everybody was just like, fuck it. And it's like, no, that doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Canada Mike's like, hopefully we get our vaccines because Trump stops some of them. Vaccines from coming to Canada from the States. You will get your vaccines, don't you worry. Trump did a lot of dumb shit. He let our Kwame Kilpatrick out of jail. He did a lot of dumb shit in his last, over the whole time. But the thing is he's not smart enough to make any of that shit law. So all that stuff will be waved away with one signature after another with our new federal government. So just hang in there. We've been hanging in for a long time, but the 100 days is the key number that the administration is pushing. So just sit on it for another 100 days. If you get a new job, you don't ask for nothing for 90 days. You put your head down and you work your ass off. So it's just another 10 days after that. So just think of it as that. And this elephant that we've been eating for the last year, we're only taking one bite at a time. So this is just one more bite. Don't worry about the whole elephant. Just one more bite. So that's what we're going to do. Get one more bite. And it's 100 days, and we'll see if they can come close to if they do half of what they think they can do, then it'll be considerably better than what we've been dealing with thus far, and hopefully it will trickle down to the rest of the world, not just here. Because I feel like, other than like the Netherlands, nobody's got this thing figured out. So, really, so hopefully we get it.
I think Netherlands and like New Zealand.
Yeah.
But then again, New Zealand's got the population of like Troy.
I hope they don't have the exact population of Troy, because
they have a little bit more. I do think they're like maybe.
No, I'm just talking about the actual populace. The people of Troy. I mean, gosh,
I think they're like
they should all have their license revoked. We'll just go there.
They got like 5 million people in New Zealand, but again, it's supposed to be a really nice place and everything with it. So
yes.
So we got that. We got a little bit of college basketball on there. Michigan beat up on Maryland last night there.
Well, they were mad because they lost the game.
Yeah, they got their ass handed to them by Minnesota. And again, it was one of those hiccup games. Okay.
I feel that way too, sure. But once again, we talked about it last time. As great as that game was that we gushed about, I still worry about when you peak.
Yeah.
So for me, they might have had a great game there. I just hope they didn't peak there. I hope it's just a sign of, they just had a really great night, and this is a sign of the progress that they're making,
right.
And that hopefully they will peak
at
a better, more convenient time for them when it comes to the tournament, if they can fucking have it.
Well, I think that's what it is. It was basically, okay, we got lost. All right, we got it. We started thinking a little bit, all the press clippings and that. All right, we're refocused, and here we are again. And we'll see what they do this weekend, because actually they got Purdue coming up on Friday night. So if you're sitting around and you're bored of it, I think it's going to be a good game to watch. I mean, Purdue is a pretty good team-wise on there. Michigan's on there. So that's going to be at least a fun game to watch on there. And again, both Gonzaga and Baylor keep going along on there. And again, those are two really good team-wise on there as well. So, But again, dudes, just take a month off and let's just have May Madness. I still believe it. I really do.
When it comes tournament time, I just don't see how they can do it unless they put the tournament itself in a bubble and then do rollout testing like a mofo.
Well, what they're going to do is put all the teams there in Indianapolis, and they're just going to go with the four arenas in the area, and that's what they'll have every game.
Right, but
the key is dude, are you going to maintain these cats in the bubble there? They're not allowed to. You can't have fans in the stands, and that. There's no way.
You can't have fans. This is the thing. They can't be out intermingling either.
No.
And so it has to be in a bubble. How the fuck you put 64 teams in a bubble for that period of time with those kids is beyond me. I don't know how you pull that off.
Nope.
I'm sorry.
Especially if you can get through that first weekend and nothing happens by the following weekend, okay, maybe then we'll see what happens. But again, when you between the first and the second weekend, when you've got that many kids there in a confined area, and that there's going to be some intermingling and everything with it, and there are going to be outbreaks. Now, if they can somehow maintain that and get through the first weekend and get to the second weekend with no outbreaks, then I think we'll be okay.
But the only time that any sports leagues ever accomplished that
was only two.
With the bubble.
Was the bubble. And basically the NBA sold out to get all just the playoff teams. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Playing for the playoff run on it. There's no way you can go for a long. And again, with the tournament, it's a 3-week, really week tournament there on there. It's just the weekend, so it's Thursday through Sunday. But again, 64 teams at 12 kids per down there. Yeah, it's a lot of kids in a confined area.
Well, it's Thursday. It's Thursday through Sunday, but you can't go home for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
No, you can't. You're gonna have to stay there in Indianapolis.
That's what I'm saying. So you're just not
do classes via Zoom, and
which they're doing anyway. But
well, yeah. I mean, if you're a first-round draft pick, you're really not going to classes.
But I mean, if you're doing any kind of classes right now in any kind of school, it's all on
there. Yeah, because all the colleges.
I mean, even at Bowling Green, and I was just all these universities.
Penn State is basically virtual till mid February at the earliest.
Yeah.
But then you got the Ivy League, so they said It's virtual this whole semester.
Yeah, well, they jumped the Ivy League schools where they actually educate their students. They said, yeah, no, we're not doing this a long time ago.
Yeah.
They got rid of their sports and all that because they know you're not going to stop this thing without a vaccine, and it's not responsible. So, but these are the conversations we're going to be having over and over and over again. So I hope that we will start getting some positive stuff going on. Canada schools are closed till February at the earliest. That's basically what we've done here in Michigan.
We've actually
February.
We're back to hybrid, and we just started this week.
Yeah, our kids did the same, but it's only certain age groups. So, like, certain classes are like I believe the high school is still remote.
Yeah, we're hybrid in the high school. So my daughter started yesterday.
So I think the younger kids are hybrid, and they started this week, and then because Monday was MLK Day, so it wasn't until yesterday, right?
Right.
So yeah, and then the high school kids are still virtual here, and most like West Bloomfield, I think, and all of them, they've been virtual for a while. So if they came back, that would be recent too. The state of Michigan has everything for the most part. Where you can commute, kind of come together, all the restaurants, all those gatherings that's all till the end of the month. So we'll see if it gets extended or whatever at the end of the month. So everybody's looking towards February for anything. So it's at the earliest. And I think if you're looking at February for anything, you're very optimistic.
Yes.
Because reality just hasn't shown us that yet.
We started, hybrid, and my daughter's travel swim team, because there's no meets, there's no competition on there. They are practicing that, and they actually found a pool that they can go to on there. But again, it's very strict regulation-wise on there. You can't have a ton of kids on there. You have to separate by age groups on there. They're only allowed so many kids per lane in the pool, so it's 8 lanes on there. So even like the older kids, you're only allowed 32 kids to practice, whereas our team has like almost 100 kids, so not all the kids came back and that on there. But it's like, too, can't use the locker rooms. Got to come with your suit on over, basically your sweats over your suit, change into on there and drop off, pick up. We can't stick around and watch them. Got to just drop them off, pick them up, and go from there and that. But at least get the kids working out and everything with it. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, for like school sports and that, I don't even know if there's gonna be a basketball season for high school basketball.
Yeah, probably shouldn't be.
I know hockey said they're going to try to start up on there, and again we'll see in this. I know like outdoor sports in it. I know softball's still slated, baseball is, track and field, and girls soccer for the spring. But those are all outdoors, so we'll see what happens.
Well, and it's one of those things where, like you said, we'll still see what happens. I mean, those are all fluid situations in this state. That could all go away real quick, and depending on where you're at, it's all different. So, yeah, I'm sorry, Canada Mike. Your Raptors are just not looking good so far this year.
Terrible.
I had more faith in them than I probably should have, apparently. But we'll see how that plays out as the league season moves on and whatever happens with it. I mean, if they keep having these outbreaks, they might be forced to another bubble. They might be forced to take some time off. I don't know.
So we got that. More in the sports aspect on there. Mets general manager, because they're the Mets, Jared Porter got fired for sending explicit photos to a female reporter when he was with the Cubs. In other words, is you sending dick pics.
He's like, but it's not mine. Well, then, you just got a bunch of dick pics in your fucking shit. You just have some random fucking dick pics that you just.
What'd you do?
So I'm not sure what's worse, that you just store these dick pics because you like to have them to send out, or if you took a picture of your fucking dick and sent it to a chick. Either way, you're a fucking scumbag.
First of all,
you're a fucking
whoever
scumbag.
Finds that, she'll find me. She'll like this.
Whoever, dude, you are overestimating the power of your dick. There is not a woman on earth that is going to look at your penis and go, oh, I gotta have your penis. Fuck, dude. Your penis, does not stack up to the fantasy penis. Right. Have you been to an adult store? Your penis does not stand up to the big, giant, veiny, suction cup double dong that's fucking the woman. No, dude. No. Sorry. Don't care.
No.
Nobody wants to see your fucking turtle helmet. None of that shit. It's fucking dumb.
You're not John Holmes.
I don't care if you fucking are. Nobody wants to see that shit.
And again, even he was like, basically didn't send it. Well, because he didn't have it then. Of course, now he's dead, but.
I mean, god damn, dude, what the fuck? At what point in your motherfucking mind did you? I mean,
this is gonna be a good idea.
Were you fucking raised by a fucking? Did you have a mother, or did you just like fall from the fucking sky? I'm hard to believe that there was a woman that pushed your dumbass out of her fucking vagina and didn't tell you not to fucking send dick pics. The fuck out of here. And then you're going to make this claim that it isn't yours? Who the fuck just has like a library of dick pics in their phone? Like, you know what? Today I'm going to just download dick pics just in case I want to start slinging them to somebody.
Yep.
I mean, shut the fuck up. Nah, dude, that was your little sausage. Don't be mad that she was offended by it. Everybody is. I didn't even see it, and I'm offended by it. The fact that I'm fucking wasting time on a fucking second-rate podcast talking about it is offensive. You fucking
know what?
serious?
It was not going to go because, it wasn't even 12 hours on there when that basic story broke. The new owner, Steve Cohen, says, you know what? You're out of here.
You're a fucking scumwad. I have a sister, a mother, a daughter, and a wife. And they all think you're a scumwad. You know why? You know what? When I walk down the motherfucking street and I smile, and I make eye contact and I smile, I fucking do that shit because it's friendly. It's what you do when you see somebody. When I do it to a fucking female, she thinks I'm that asshole. It's because of dickheads like that I get side-eyed because I was fucking nice to a human being. And that is why women look at dudes and all they see is fucking like NBC's fucking How to Catch a Predator.
Speaking of, he's got a new show.
I mean, that's why women think that shit. That's why women think that shit of us, because of assholes like that guy.
Well, yeah,
we all get lumped up because of assholes like that guy.
Again,
you know a guy that sends dick pics? Do us all a karmatic favor. Pull out that dick and smack him in the forehead with it. Just knock him upside the dome with your dome, because it's shit's stupid. Guys, if we don't stand up and do something, it's an embarrassment. If any of my friends listening right now, if you send dick pics and they're not pictures of like Dick Purton, I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm sorry. Don't you ever send a dick pic to any fucking chick. I will take your phone and shove it up your ass.
Yes.
You'd be sending fecal pictures.
Yep. So
I mean, goddamn, nobody wants to see your little tiny donger.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So
that just angers me.
We're gonna get to a more again. It is a sad note. Longtime pitcher and Hall of Famer Don Sutton, and again, the greatest white man afro in baseball during the whole 70s on there.
My uncle had a great white guy afro. It was so
at the age
awesome.
of 75.
It
was a really perfectly coiffed white man afro.
Yeah, my uncle had one. It was amazing. I couldn't believe that was I was like, that is amazing. Guess what? I come from a mixed family, and his white guy afro was even better than some of the black guy afros. Yes. Now again,
Don Sutton's afro.
I'm just saying.
Don Sutton's afro was great, but it compares nothing to the gloriousness of Oscar Gambo's afro in the 70s. How he got that fro that stood out the ear into a damn batting helmet is beyond
That's amazing. I love it.
That, and again, the greatest afro in the history of sports. And again, people say, "Oh, it's Big Ben." No, It's Dr. J.
Yeah, sure.
Dr. J era 1976, where that fro is out to there and he's jumping from the 3-point line with the slam dunk, and he's still, dude, the freaking air on there. I was like, dude, the wind resistance on that fro is amazing, and he still had the ability to jump like ungodly distances for a slam dunk.
Well, if he bumped his head, he would be fine because it was puffed out and ready to go.
Beautiful.
It's like he had a pillow on his head.
I used to do drawings on there. It was always like Dr. J. And I had that fro because it was just like Dr. J was the man.
The afro is the single greatest hairstyle in the history of hairstyles. I don't fucking care who's rocking it. It is the single greatest fucking hairstyle ever. I don't care.
No.
And I get it. You know, the mullet is very notorious, and but it can't fucking touch the afro. And I get the Jerry curl is very notorious.
No, just the natural,
but it cannot touch the afro.
The true afro.
It can't touch the afro. I get it. The mohawk will draw your eye, but nothing compares to the fucking afro. Not the mullet, not the fucking none of them. None of them. Not the mullet, not the Jerry curl, not the mohawk. None of those. None of them.
I know it's trying on there, but yeah, you look at the gloriousness of the late 60s and the 70s on it, that fro was just perfect.
I'm telling you.
I mean, you got the Dr. J afro, you had the Angela Davis afro, you had the Oscar Gamble afro, and you got the Don Sutton white man afro. Dude, it was just
afros on top of afros, dude. You even got the old Richard Simmons afro.
Right.
Where it was a little bit smaller.
And the receding hairline.
Yes, where it was just up a little taller into that afro. Yes.
And again.
And guess what? My 90-year-old grandma had an old lady afro. I mean, I'm just telling you, the afro is absolutely versatile. It is the single greatest haircut ever. You know,
and unfortunately, we're follically challenged, so we can't.
Yes,
do that.
Well, and that is maybe why I am so biased towards it.
The
gloriousness of that hair.
And again, we're talking about the afro. No kid in play because I don't want that damn freaking.
I want to be kid and play for Halloween, but I don't want to be kid and play in real life.
The high fade, no.
I'm working on how I can be kid and play for Halloween, but I would never want that for my head for real. I'm just saying. That's
the gloriousness of the fro.
Dude, I'm telling you, that's the single best fucking hair ever.
You get the I know, and then always I have a friend of mine who happens to be Jewish, and he says this. Younger, and he was obviously now following you. He goes, when I was 18, I had the Jew fro, man. He goes, and it was glorious.
Sure, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, it fits everybody. And no, beer can Dan, the bowl cut doesn't even make the list. That is a torture device for children.
That's your kid going, I'm going to grow up and I'm going to kill you.
You know what? I'm going to be a 3 named serial killer. That's what that fucking haircut
and you're
says.
Victim number 1.
And you are, you know what this is? Change my name to Menendez, motherfucker. That's what this fucking shit is right here. That's what that haircut says.
I'm Norman Bates. I'm going to end up killing you and just stuffing you into a damn little in the basement.
Telling you.
On it. But yeah, he was on there, and he's a bigger guy like me, but he says, yeah, and he goes, I spent a couple of years living in Hawaii. He goes, I got to tell you, he goes, I could pass for frickin' Hawaii because I tanned up great and I had the Jew fro. They thought I was Polynesian.
Yeah, oh shit, I'm Samoan, motherfucker.
And I'm like, Marty.
Hey, the fro popping out of the ball cap is a classic look.
The Oscar Gamble on there.
I love that.
Google Oscar Gamble and look at the image, and it is the gloriousness.
I'm telling you.
There is not how he put that hair into a batting helmet is beyond me. Because again, the ball cap was just sitting on top, and there was that
yes,
it was out like that. I'm like, oh my god!
It's almost like you have to toss it in the air and just catch it on your hair, on your fro. Oh, I love it. That was so good. So good. I don't know.
Again, great characters in baseball that we don't have today. You had like Oscar Gamble. You had freaking Bill Spaceman Lee that was eating pancakes basically made with pot.
Dude, all the characters in sports are fucking flat earthing fucking goofball idiots.
And he had Doc Ellis pitch a no-hitter while he's high on LSD.
That's amazing. It's amazing. I just hallucinated there was a ball there. I just got lucky.
And they still couldn't hit it.
Yeah. Shoot. That is so.
That's what we said. We need to have a documentary just about athletes in the 70s because every one of them were characters.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Because they were nuts. I mean, again, you look out there and there were some great characters that you can.
Well, I mean, these cats are playing a game, and they didn't. The expectations of millions of dollars and all the pressure. None of that stuff's there, right? There's more of a childhood exuberance. You're playing a game and maybe even working a job.
Because they had to work a job back.
You know what I'm saying? So like all kinds of things go into why they just acted and were just so much different, and like you said, so much like more character, and in my opinion, but whatever. Good stuff though. All right, well, how did we do on our pick'ems last week, Moose?
I think we got them all. Well, actually, no, we did get them all. Because we both picked Tampa, we both picked Buffalo, we both picked Kansas City, and we both picked Green Bay. So we were 4-4-0, baby.
Yep. So there we go. The playoff pick'ems, pretty good.
Yeah.
But we now it's gonna be. We'll see.
Because it's gonna be interesting on this. Because
I think we got some interesting matchups here. The whole Tom Brady to go Tampa going to Green Bay and dealing with some potential weather and all those kinds of things. I don't know that it's not definitely wouldn't be an issue for Brady, but the rest of the team. So we'll see how that goes. The coaching there on that both sides of the ball there. You've got. Arians, who's been around a minute, but you got a young coach in Green Bay. Ron has been on fire, but Brady has been playing out of his mind for his age as well, and has just found ways to win.
That team has played. Tampa has played better and better as the season went on there because he seemed to find the chemistry in the on there.
Sure.
This is the first time Ron has hosted an NFC Championship game.
I know. And he's got to have an MVP type season to do it.
He will be the MVP.
And he's in a division or at least in a conference that's horseshit.
Right.
I mean, the division's really bad because the East was bad,
Well,
the North was bad, the South was only okay. If the best team in the South is Tampa, what the fuck are we talking about here? So yeah, to me,
I think both games are going to be good on there, and believe it or not, the point spreads show that it's basically going to be both are going to be tight. I mean, as we said, Buccaneers and Packers. I mean, Packers are a 3-point favorite at home.
That's a pick 'em,
and it's a pick 'em. And again, you can say,
point,
"Well, there's a team from down south coming up in the snow and the cold in it," but dude, Brady and Gronk are used to this shit.
Right. The key is how does everybody else play, and where. But the whole thing is you have to understand is just because they've played, they don't typically play it. It doesn't mean they haven't, and it doesn't even mean that they don't love it. Like there's some guys that don't get to play it that often, but they love it and they thrive in it because they enjoy it.
I think it's going to be a good tight on there because again,
I think
Green Bay's got a great offense wise on there, defense a little suspect on there.
But that's the story. That's the name of the game now. It's offense to get to the Super Bowl.
I think these are both teams are pretty evenly matched on there. If you look at it, Packers got a great run game. They got an all-world receiver in Devontae Adams, and again, you got Aaron.
Yeah,
and you've got the couple of the guys. Valdez Shantling's head can come up there. Lazard seems to be a number 2 on there. Toynan seems to be a nice tight end on there. So we'll look at that. But then you got the Buccaneers. You got Evans. You got Godwin, you got Antonio Brown, you've got Fournette, you got Ronald Jones, you got Gronk, you got Brate, O.J. Howard. I mean, this is going to be fun on there. I think both games are going to be. This is going to be probably one of the best. Hopefully, again, one of the best Sundays of football in a long, long time.
I hope so too. We
always said it. This is usually the best weekend of true football because it's just about the games. Mm-hmm. It's not the pop and circumstance of what is the Super Bowl.
Right.
So I think in honor, dude. I mean, for again, 8 hours, man, from 3 o'clock till like 10:30. I'm not moving. I'm sitting down there. I'm going to make sure I'm going to eat well, and I got football. In my big 55-inch 4K TV.
I'm telling you. And then our other game.
We got Buffalo and the Chiefs.
Now, that one's going to be – it's crazy because obviously I think the outcome could be drastically different based on quarterback situations. So
if Mahomes doesn't play, Buffalo wins that game.
I mean, it looks that way. I mean, but you got to assume that Henny's getting all the snaps.
Well, they said, yeah,
or at least the majority.
I think they're doing 50-50 because they said Mahomes is.
And we talked about it earlier that with that, other than that horrible interception, Henny did make some plays to win. Now, leading a team like that, there's a lot of weapons. Like, there's no excuse for Henny not to be able to get something done. But is it going to be enough? Is going to be the question. So, I mean, that's going to be, I guess, where we start with our pick'ems.
Yeah. Okay. The first game is
Tampa,
Sunday, 3:05 p.m. on Fox, and we got the Buccaneers playing the Packers. Over under is 3. Over under is 51 points, and the Packers are favored by 3.
I like the 51 points. I might go over on that one. What do you think?
I think I think it's going to be.
I think
even with the weather on there, I think it's going to be.
Yeah, it could be
because both teams that can play. Both quarterbacks know how to play in the weather.
Well, my whole thing is I'm sure Aaron's going to put up points, so that forces Tampa to try to keep up.
Right.
And to get to 60 points, I don't think is out of the question with these two teams. So I might take the over on that one. As we don't usually do the prop bets, guys. We're just kind of throwing that out.
I would go with the over, and I think Packers. I think the Packers. I think it's going to be a push. I think it's going to be a 3-point game.
Yeah, this is one of those things when you're the home team, you got 3 points. You're talking about the playoffs. That is exactly what that is, Moose. That is a push. That is a pick'em. It could go either way. Look, it's as simple as this for me. I'm looking at, some of the matchups and the combinations and what can be, what could happen here. And I just feel like Green Bay is going to be a little bit too much for Tampa. I like Brady getting an opportunity at the end of the game and potentially taking this thing, but I just don't know if they can get it done. It's going to be a hard-fought game. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be an over game when it comes to that final score. I'm going to take Aaron, Green Bay with the victory to move on to the Super Bowl. But I'm going to tell you what. If Tom Brady does do this stuff, all you clowns, as the music pauses, I want you to hear real clearly, all you clowns that make excuses why Tom Brady isn't the GOAT, y'all now shut the fuck up.
Right.
He doesn't have to win the Super Bowl. If he gets there with Tampa, you need to shut your fucking mouth. That dude is the GOAT of all GOATs.
Right.
He already is. But anybody that's holding that reserve and has any kind of dumbass excuse for why he shouldn't be the GOAT, it is over if they beat Green Bay.
Yes, because he'll be the only quarterback to get 2 teams to the Super Bowl.
All right. So,
only.
And I'm done with all that shit.
And
but
again,
I don't think that's going to happen.
No, if he does get dude's going to his 14th conference championship. If they do go to the Super Bowl, it's his 10th Super Bowl in 21 seasons.
You're talking about like a win percentage of like 76% in the playoffs, 74%.
It's ridiculous.
That's redonkulous.
It is. So on there. All right, we got the later game on CBS at 6:40. We got the Chiefs and the Bills. Over under is 54, and the Chiefs are favored by 3. Again, as we said, is this one I really think is if Mahomes plays and starts, I think the Chiefs win because I think they got too much firepower on there. But I think if Mahomes doesn't play, I think Bills gonna pull it out.
What do we got here spread wise? Has that moved since the Mahomes thing? What are we looking at points here? Because I'm going to tell you, KC though they're winning super tight, and that's with Mahomes. So without Mahomes, you obviously have concern. But even with Mahomes, I mean, this is not a walk in the park. This is not a gimme. And to be quite honest, a Buffalo win is not the hugest upset of all upsets. Is it an upset? Yes. But I don't know. Like I said, the way KC's been playing and the way Buffalo's been playing, and really,
Buffalo's defense has really come on.
I was about to say, when you talk about what travels in the playoffs and stuff like that, it's going to be running game and defense, and I really feel that you've got both of those. Well, you've got that dynamic in Buffalo, and defense travels everywhere. It doesn't matter. It doesn't care what the weather is. It doesn't care if you're home or away. Defense travels. So I think it'll be a pretty close game.
Pretty much stayed at 3 points because everybody expects Mahomes
to play. Okay.
But here too, we're missing the fact is Andy Reid is the only coach in the history of the NFL to get 2 teams to 3 straight conference championships.
And to me, that is the ultimate difference in the outcome of this game. I look at everything. I look at talent on the field. I look at mismatches. I look at player, matching them up, quarterback, receiver, whatever. Is there a little more talent reach over there in KC? Sure. You could make that argument, but I could make that argument it's not necessarily more talent. It's just different talent. It just does different things. When you brought Homeboy over here to Buffalo, it changed the whole dynamic of how they run this offense with one receiver. Yeah. So I'm not hearing that they're that far away. I'm going to take KC in this game to go to the Super Bowl and defend that championship against Green Bay. But Bills Mafia, if your karma is, if you're able to turn in your good karma this weekend, it's not, to me, it won't be as much of an upset as it probably will be the rest of the world, because I like Buffalo in this situation.
And again, too,
I wouldn't be afraid to necessarily pick them, but Andy Reid is a difference to me. Yes. I think Andy Reid will do something. He will just be this much better. That's going to be needed for them to squeak by. So that's the difference, Andy Reid.
And the nice thing is, too, is you've got probably 3 of the greatest fan bases in the NFL.
Sure.
This week.
I know. I love it.
You got the Bills fan. Well, unfortunately, they're not at home.
You're right.
I mean, and then you got the Chiefs fans out there.
Yep.
That Bills game last weekend, that was so. I mean, again, 8,000 people or 7,000 people in there? Sounded like 70,000.
Oh yeah.
They were loud.
Yep.
I mean, when Tucker misses 2 field goals, I mean, it was unreal on it.
Well, they got the Al Michaels jinx. Yeah. Because he said he never misses funny. From this distance, and then all of a sudden,
no Dr. Pepper for you.
Yes, he said, he never misses from this distance. Doinks it. I said it. I go, dude, you just jinxed him, and then he doinked it, and then I started texting you for other shit because we were talking about the game.
So we got that under. We got both of us got KC and we got Green Bay on there. But again, neither of us would be surprised if both underdogs win the games on there. So here's a little story that just broke 4 minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
And again, we were talking about this earlier. Colts top 5 options at quarterback in 2021. Number 5, they'll draft Trey Lance. They'll trade up and draft Trey Lance, kid out of North Dakota State. Mm-hmm. Number 4, they'll draft Mac Jones out of Alabama. Okay. Number 3, they'll trade for Carson Wentz. Number 2, they'll trade for Matt Stafford. And then number 1, they go for Sam Darnold.
Yeah, no. Stafford is probably a better fit. He's not ruined. He doesn't have to be fixed.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. There's nothing wrong with him. Like, all those other 2 quarterbacks need to be fixed.
Right.
Carson Wentz is a hot mess.
Right.
I mean, you gotta fix a fractured psyche.
Right.
On top of paying an insane amount of money. Who the hell is paying that kind of money for that guy? And then you gotta fix him.
Yeah.
He's gonna kill your cap. He's gonna kill your payroll, and he's gonna kill your goddamn locker room. And then you gotta fix him.
Right.
No. So why Carson Wentz would be number 1 is beyond me. It just doesn't make any fucking sense.
I mean, here it is Stafford on there. And again, didn't play all this on there. Still passed for, again, with a terrible team on there, still passed for 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
And he's only going to go to a better team. And better coaching.
And
and better ownership. Well, I don't know about ownership because
right.
Irsay's
and you can just go on and on. And because he's got more come from behind victories than any quarterback in his class.
Yeah.
I mean, so yeah, he's better than a lot of options for teams. Right. So I don't know why you wouldn't go after a guy like that. So Conor McGregor's getting back at it this weekend, buddy.
Yeah. On just regular ESPN Plus.
It's going to be on ESPN Plus?
Yep.
Oh, I thought. Well, you still have to pay for ESPN Plus.
I've already got it because I got Disney Plus and Hulu combo.
Yeah,
so
you're paying for it. Yeah.
I said, well, for $1, I'll pay for it. If it was any more than that, no, I ain't pay for it.
Yeah, I'm not doing either, but I'll have the fight here for sure. I think I'm gonna, guys. If you guys want, I'll do a live reaction. I'll have the fight on here, and we'll just act like fucking goofs if y'all want to. We used to do that with the pro wrestling over there on the J-Dubs page, but I'll do it on both pages if you guys want to get together and hang out. I'll put I'll show you. We'll do it like this. We'll give you this angle here, and we'll put the fight on, and we'll talk about the fight, and we'll bullshit and hang out. And hopefully guys like Matthew don't come in and shut us down. Now I'm not going to put the fight on this thing, but it could be like we're doing now when we do our watch-alongs and stuff like that for the Watch It With Us. So if you guys want to do that, go ahead and comment on this feed, hit us up in the messages, whatever, let me know, and I'll make that happen for Saturday. I know now there's been more lockdowns. People have been locked down longer now. It's been almost a goddamn year. And I know just having little things to do and interact with other people would be great. So if you guys want to get involved on it, we'll do it. I'll put it on multiple pages, on both this page, the J-Dubs page, and anybody that wants to get in on the conversation, we can maybe get them in on the video feed or on a phone call or whatever, and we'll have some fun with it. Mostly, I mean, You'll probably be comfortable at home, but you can. You're always welcome.
I got the girls this weekend,
but yeah, that's the. So I just put that out there. If you guys dig it, we could do that.
So we got a final: the Brooklyn Nets and Cavaliers. Double overtime. Cavaliers 147 to 135.
Jeez Louise. Welcome back.
Kyrie.
Fucking Kyrie. What a joke. I don't even know what to say. But guys, I appreciate you hanging and being patient and understanding with our little technical difficulties. I'm glad we got the thumbs up, and the second hour was so much better. So we appreciate you guys for understanding and then getting in on the conversation. So it's good stuff. I'll be there. Fuck Matthew. Let's go. Let's do it. Sounds like fun. Okay. All right. That's good responses already. So we'll get into it. So maybe we'll do that. Maybe I'll put the fights on and we'll do some like Mystery Theater 3000 type shit, and we'll just have some fun and goof around. So so we'll try to get that going Saturday. That's Saturday night. Those fights start at 9 or 10 o'clock. I think the main card's at 10 and the prelims are at 8 or something. So we'll get into it. So we'll talk a little. We'll have a little MMA fun, and we'll be goofy. So bring your beverages, your cigars, and your snacks, and we'll have a good ass time. And we'll be back here next week, Moose. We'll
absolutely
do more sports stuff.
Yeah, we got to
break down the Super Bowl.
Well, again, that's 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, that's right. We have to tease that week, don't we?
Our Super Bowl extravaganza.
Yes. Well, we just go on and on and on for 2 hours about the Super Bowl. I can't wait. But once again, guys, it's a new beautiful day. Love each other. Be good to each other. We'll see you guys next week. We love you guys.
Peace out.
Peace.
You're listening to Studio 57 Radio, your home for underground hip